everybody, it's Susan with the Newton Carnegie Library, and I'm here with another book review for you. Today we're going to be talking about Pretty Things by Janelle Brown. This book just came out, so I'm really excited to tell you about it. This book is about two different women. It kind of tells the story from two perspectives. One of them, Nina, is a girl who grew up with a mother who was a con person, and basically dragged her from town to town. They would have to leave sometimes in the middle of the night because she would be found out on her scam. So she kind of just dragged her all over the United States, and Nina felt like she never had a home. She never had anywhere that she could settle down for a long period of time. It was really hard for her to make friends. So she lived kind of a very sad and quiet existence because of her mother's scamming. And then the other person in this story is Vanessa. Vanessa grew up very differently from Nina. She grew up in a wealthy home. She had pretty much everything handed to her on a silver platter. And she was also very lonely though. She became a Instagram influencer, so she would travel all over the world just putting on pretty clothes, posing for photos, but she wasn't able to actually eat any of all this wonderful stuff because she couldn't gain any weight. And everybody knew her, and she was famous because of her Instagram following. But she felt like a true emptiness in it. So it was interesting to see how both Nina and Vanessa kind of had that sad, empty life, and they didn't have many friends. So the meat of this story gets into when the only time Nina really felt at home was when she and her mother moved to Lake Tahoe for a short period of time. She made a really good friend at the school, and she just felt like she was really home. So she decides to go back there with her boyfriend Lachlan, because there is someone in town who is wealthy that she feels like really wronged her and her mother, and she kind of wants to get revenge on her by scamming her. So now she's kind of following in her mom's footsteps because her mother is very sick and needs a lot of money to have treatments for her illness. So she decides she's going to scam this rich person, who of course is Vanessa. So this story is about Vanessa has moved back to Lake Tahoe, and she lives in the house Stonehaven, which is where Nina's other friend lived, and this is her sister. So she did not actually know Vanessa because Vanessa was already off at college by the time Nina lived at Lake Tahoe. So she has no idea who she is. So basically what she's trying to do is get in her house and scam her out of some money because she's so very wealthy. And she just is like, it's time for me to get my revenge. So that's pretty much what the story is about. It's a very twisty, turny story. There's lots of like shocking revelations, and some of them I saw coming, some of them I didn't. So she did a good job on that. And you all know how I love those books that have twists and turns. So I really enjoyed this one. Even though it was like a psychological thriller with twists and turns and things like that, I also thought it was a great character study because it really went into like pasts and how things can damage you from childhood, and how you can really be hurt by people in your life, and how you can kind of deal with that in negative and positive ways. So I really enjoyed this book. It was a really quick read because I hated to put it down. So I really suggest you check that out. Let me know what you think about it. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and thanks so much for watching my review.